Oh, my dear sister, come closer. Sit with me. Let me tell you something that the world may not whisper in your ear, something your soul already knows, but may have forgotten in the noise. You were born with wisdom in your bones, with fire in your spirit, with a mind as sharp as the edge of the moon's silver light. You were never meant to shrink, never meant to be silent when you had something to say. Never meant to dim your brilliance to make others comfortable in their own dullness. And yet the world will try. It will try to tell you who you are, what you can be, how you should speak, how you should sit, how you should dream. It will tell you that a woman must choose, be soft or be strong, be loved or be respected, be intelligent or be desirable. My dear, the truth is this. You do not have to choose. You were made to be all of it. A smart woman is not just a woman with knowledge, degrees, or books stacked high upon her shelf. Smart woman is one who knows herself. She knows her worth even when the world tries to discount her. She knows her voice even when others try to silence it. She knows her power even when those around her want her to forget. A smart woman moves through this world with her head held high, her heart open, and her spirit unshaken, and yet she does not become this way by accident. No, my love, wisdom is a choice, strength is a practice, power is something you cultivate within yourself like a garden that must be tended with care. There are principles, unshakable truths that every smart woman must know, must live by, must hold close when the world tries to make her forget who she is. Today, I will share with you 7 principles that will shape you, mold you, strengthen you into the woman you are always meant to be. They're not secrets, yet few truly understand them. They are not rules, yet they hold more power than any law written by men. If you embrace them, live by them, let them guide you, my dear, there will be no force in this world that can stop you. Now, let's begin. Small blue diamond, let me tell you something important. Small blue diamond, now listen closely, my dear. Small blue diamond, this is a truth every smart woman must know. Small blue diamond, remember this, hold it close and never forget. Small blue diamond, here is where wisdom begins. Small blue diamond, this is the difference between a girl and a woman who knows herself. Small blue diamond, the darkest times, when a smart woman knows her worth and never discounts herself. My dear, let me tell you something that the world may try to make you forget. You were not born to be bargained for. You were not made to sit on the clearance rack waiting for someone to see your value, to pick you up, to decide you are worthy of love, respect, or a place in their life. Oh, you were made priceless. You were made with a value so deep, so unshakable that no rejection, no disappointment, no loss, and no unkind word should ever make you question your worth. Yet the world will try. It will whisper in your ear from the time you are a little girl that your worth is something outside of you, that it is in the way you look and the way you serve and how much you can give before asking for something in return. It will tell you that your worth is tied to a man's love, to a friend's approval, to the validation of those who may never see your light. But let me tell you the truth, your worth is not up for negotiation or fails to see it. A smart woman understands this. She knows that her value is not determined by who chooses her, who praises her, or who stays in her life. She knows that she does not have to shrink herself to be loved, does not have to prove herself to be respected, does not have to change herself to be accepted. She walks into every room knowing that she belongs, not because someone else says so, but because she says so. Now, my dear, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a diamond beg someone to recognize its shine? Have you ever seen gold lower its value just because someone says, I don't like the way it looks? No, you have not, because their worth is fixed. Their value is unchangeable, and so is yours. But here is where the challenge comes. Knowing your worth is not just about believing you are valuable. It is about how you allow yourself to be treated. It's about the boundaries you set, the way you demand respect, the way you walk away when someone cannot see what you bring to the table. A woman who knows her worth does not argue with someone who refuses to value her. She does not beg for love, for attention, for loyalty. She does not wait for someone else to decide if she is good enough. She decides that for herself. And yes, my love, there will be times when this knowing, This deep, unshakable confidence in your worth will be tested. You will meet people who try to make you prove yourself, who take your kindness and call it weakness, who will ask you to give and give and give without ever giving back. And in those moments, you must choose. You must choose yourself. You must choose to walk away from tables where love is served with conditions, where respect is given in pieces, where your voice is only heard when it is convenient for someone. A smart woman knows that her time, her love, her energy are not things to be wasted. She does not pour herself into hands that cannot hold her. She does not invest in relationships that require her to lose herself. She does not lower her standards for people who refuse to rise to meet. Some may call her difficult. Some may say she is too proud, too demanding, too much. But she does not shrink to fit their comfort. She does not quiet her power to make them feel bigger. She does not settle for half love, half respect, half effort. She stands in her fullness and she does not apologize for it. For I know that this is not always easy. The world has a way of making strong women feel as though they are wrong for knowing their worth. Ask for too much, you will end up alone. That if you hold your standards high, no one will be able to reach them. That if you expect respect, love, honesty, and kindness, you are asking for something impossible. But my dear, do not lower yourself just to be loved. Love that requires you to settle is not love, it is convenience. Love that asks you to be less than you are is not love, it is control. Love that only stays when you are easy to handle is not love, it is a transaction. A smart woman understands this, and she moves through life accordingly. She is not afraid to say, I deserve. She is not afraid to say, this does not serve me. She is not afraid to say, I will not stay where I am not valued. Because here is the secret. When you know your worth, when you refuse to settle, when you hold your standards high, you do not lose people who truly love you. You only lose those who were never meant to be in your life. You only lose those who benefited from your doubts, from your insecurities, from your willingness to accept less than you deserve. And what do you gain? Oh, my love, what do you gain? You gain peace. Because you no longer entertain what drains you. You gain self respect because you no longer let the opinions of others dictate how you see yourself. You gain real love because you make room for the kind of love that does not ask you to be less than you are. A smart woman walks away from disrespect, not because she is arrogant, but because she knows she is worth more. Smart woman does not chase people, not because she does not care, but because she knows that those meant for her will not need to be convinced to stay. A smart woman does not settle, not because she is ungrateful, but because she knows that her heart, her time, her love are too precious to be wasted on anything less than she deserves. So, my dear, I ask you this. Do you know your worth? Do you carry it with you in every step you take, in every word you speak, in every decision you make? Do you hold your head high even when the world tries to make you question yourself? Do you remind yourself every single day that you are enough? Not because someone else says so, but because you say so. Because if you do, oh, if you do, then nothing and no one can take that away from you. You will walk into every room with grace, with confidence, with the quiet power of a woman who knows that she is valuable. And that, my dear, is the beginning of everything. Too, a smart woman masters her emotions, some they do not own her. My dear, listen to me closely. A woman's heart is a powerful thing. It holds the weight of love, the depth of pain, the fire of passion, and the wisdom of generations. A woman feels deeply. Oh, how deeply she feels. She carries the sorrows of those she loves. She nurtures the wounds of others. She gives and gives until there is barely enough left for herself. And yet, my love, let me tell you something that will change your life. Your emotions are yours to control, not the other way around. You see, the world loves to call women emotional as if it were an insult. It loves to say that we are too sensitive, too dramatic, too much. But what the world does not tell you is that your emotions are not your weakness. They are your strength. When you learn to master them, to use them as a tool rather than a weapon against yourself, you step into a power so great that nothing and no one can shake you. A smart woman does not deny her emotions. No, my love, she embraces them. She does not pretend she does not feel pain. She does not swallow her sadness. She does not fake a smile when her heart is breaking. But she also does not let her emotions control her decisions, her actions, or her peace. She understands that feelings are visitors. They come, they stay for a while, and then they must leave. When anger rises in her chest, she does not lash out and regret her words later. When sadness grips her soul, she does not let it drown her for too long. When fear whispers in her ear, she does not let it hold her back from chasing her dreams. No, my dear, a smart woman acknowledges her emotion, does not let them rule her. She asks herself, why am I feeling this way? What is this emotion trying to teach me? How can I respond in a way that serves me rather than harms me? Because here's the truth, if you do not control your emotions, someone else will. And the moment you allow others to dictate how you feel, how you react, how you live, giving them power over you, a smart woman knows that people will test her. They will try to push her buttons, try to break her spirit, try to manipulate her feelings to control her. They will say things just to see her reaction. They will play games with her mind, make her doubt herself, make her second guess her worth. But oh, when she has mastered her emotions, she becomes untouchable. They cannot shake her with insults because she knows who she is. They cannot control her with fear because she is stronger than any doubt. They cannot make her question herself because she has done the work to understand herself fully. And let me tell you something, my love. Emotional mastery is not about being cold or distant or unfeeling. It is about being aware. It is about knowing that you have the right to feel everything, but also the wisdom to know which emotions deserve your energy. When disappointment comes, a smart woman does not. When betrayal stings her heart, she does not let bitterness consume her. She heals. When love leaves her hand, she does not beg it to stay. She lets go with grace, knowing that something better will come. But mastering your emotions does not mean ignoring them. No, my dear, that is the mistake many make. They think being strong means pretending not to feel, but let me tell you something. You are not a robot. You are a woman. And a woman's strength does not come from her ability to suppress her emotions, but from her ability to understand them, process them, and rise above them. There will be days when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of the world feels like too much to carry. There will be moments when anger, sadness, frustration, or heartbreak threaten to consume you. And in those moments, my love, you must remember this. You are in control. Take a deep breath. Pause before you react. Give yourself space to feel, but do not let those feelings dictate your actions. A smart woman does not send that impulsive text message, does not scream words she cannot take back, does not make decisions in the heat of the moment that she will regret later. She steps back, she reflects, she moves with intention. She knows that her power lies not in her emotions themselves, but in how she chooses to respond to them. And oh, my dear, when you master this, when you truly master this, you will walk through life with a kind of peace that no one can steal. You will not be easily offended because you understand that other people's opinions do not define you. You will not be easily broken because you know how to heal yourself. You will not be easily manipulated because you recognize when someone is playing with your emotions. You will become calm, steady, unshakable. And that, my dear, is a power greater than any beauty, any charm, any temporary validation that the world can offer. So the next time you feel an emotion rising in you, do not fear it, do not suppress it. Understand it, and then ask yourself, is this emotion serving me or is it controlling me? Because a smart woman knows she owns her emotions that do not own her. 3, a smart woman speaks with intention. Her words carry power. My dear, let me tell you something that too many women forget. Your words are one of the most powerful things you own. They can build bridges or burn them. They can heal hearts or break them. They can open doors or slam them shut. A smart woman does not speak carelessly, does not throw her words around like they are weightless, does not use them without understanding their impact. No, my love, a smart woman speaks with intention. From the time we are little girls, we are told to watch what we say, be polite. Don't be too loud. Speak when spoken to, and yet as we grow, we learn something the world does not always teach us. Our voice is our power, but it is not just about having a voice, it's when to use it, why to use it. A smart woman does not just talk to fill the silence, she speaks when her words matter. There's an old saying that goes, speak only if it improves upon the silence. And my dear, that is exactly what a smart woman does. She does not gossip because she knows that tearing another down does not build her up. She does not lie because she understands that truth, even when it is difficult, is the foundation of strength. She does not argue with fools because she knows that not every battle is worth fighting. Oh, but when she does speak, the world listens because when a woman speaks with intention, with wisdom, with clarity, her words move mountains. She does not waste time on empty conversations, on meaningless chatter, on words that add no value. She chooses her words carefully because she knows they carry weight. A smart woman knows when to speak up and when to stay silent. She knows that silence is not weakness, it is strategy. She knows that not every insult requires a response, not every argument deserves her energy, not every person is worth her words. She does not speak to prove herself. She speaks to express herself. And, my dear, she understands something even more powerful. The words she speaks to herself matter most of all. Oh, how often do we as women speak words of doubt over ourselves? How often do we say, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough? How often do we diminish ourselves with our own voices before the world even has the chance? A smart woman knows that her words are like seeds. What she plants in her mind will grow in her life. She speaks words of confidence, of strength, of power over herself. She says, I am worthy. She says, I am intelligent. She says, I am strong. And because she says it, she believes it. And because she believes it, she becomes it. A smart woman also knows how to speak in relationships. She does not beg for love, for attention, for respect, because her words are too valuable to be wasted on someone who does not already see her worth. She does not chase, does not plead, does not try to convince someone to stay. She speaks her truth and she lets it be enough. And when she is wrong, oh my dear, when a smart woman is wrong, she knows how to apologize because she understands that pride is not worth more than growth. She knows that saying, I was wrong, does not make her weak. It makes her wise. A smart woman speaks life into her friends, into her family, into those around her. She does not use her words to belittle, to judge, or tear down. She understands that a true queen does not build her kingdom by destroying others. But my love, a smart woman also knows when to let silence speak for her. She knows that sometimes the most powerful response is no response. She knows that walking away from an argument, refusing to engage in negativity, choosing peace over proving a point, that is the mark of true power. And when she speaks, oh, when she speaks with purpose, with clarity, with unshakable confidence. She does not whisper when she needs to roar. She does not roar when a whisper will do. She does not shrink her words to make others comfortable. She does not hold her tongue when injustice stands before her. She does not let fear keep her silent when truth needs to be spoken. Because a smart woman knows her words are her legacy. They will echo long after she is gone. They will be remembered not just for how they sounded, but for how they made others feel. So, my dear, I ask you this, speak. Do you use your words wisely, or do you throw them away without thought? Do you build yourself up with your words, or do you tear yourself down? Do you speak from a place of confidence, or do you let fear silence you? Because a smart woman knows her words are not just sounds, they are the foundation of the life she creates. And she chooses them wisely because she understands that once spoken, words can never be taken back. For a smart woman chooses who she gives her energy to. Not everyone deserves access to her. My dear, let me tell you something that will change your life. Not everyone deserves your time, your love, your attention, or your energy. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend. Not everyone who flatters you has good intentions. Not everyone who wants to be close to you deserves to stand beside you. A smart woman knows this, and she guards her energy the way a queen guards her kingdom. With wisdom, with discernment, and with unwavering self respect. You see, there will always be people who want what you have. People who want your kindness but are unwilling to return it. People who want your light but are only here to dim. People who take and take and take until you are left with nothing but exhaustion and regret. A smart woman does not allow herself to be drained by those who do not pour into her in return. She does not entertain people who thrive on negativity. She does not hold on to relationships that feel one sided. She does not fight for people who have already shown her that they are not willing to fight for her. And my dear, this is one of the hardest lessons you will ever learn. Loving someone does not mean they deserve your energy.
You can love a person and still walk away. You can care for them and still refuse to let them drain you. You can have history with them and still recognize that they do not belong in your future.
A smart woman understands that her peace is more valuable than any relationship that threatens to destroy it. Now I know what you might be thinking, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to abandon people who need me. And that, my love, is the very thing that some will use against you. Some people will mistake your kindness for weakness. They will see your giving nature and take advantage of it. They will drain your energy, your happiness, your spirit, and when you finally stand up for yourself, they will call you selfish. But let me tell you something, protecting your energy is not selfish, it is necessary. A smart woman does not surround herself with people who gossip, who bring drama, who thrive on chaos. She does not waste her breath arguing with those who refuse to listen. She does not waste her love on those who only know how to take and never give. She does not let toxic relationships, whether in friendships, family, or romance, take root in her life. She sets boundaries, strong, unwavering, non negotiable boundaries. And my dear, she does not just set them, she enforces them. Because here is what many do not understand. A boundary is only as strong as your willingness to uphold it. It is not enough to say, I won't tolerate disrespect if you continue to entertain those who disrespect you. It is not enough to say, I deserve more if you keep settling for less. It is not enough to say, I want peace if you allow chaos into your life. A smart woman knows that she cannot control how others treat her, but she can control whether or not she allows them to stay in her life. And when someone shows her time and time again that they do not respect her, she does not beg them to change. She does not explain herself over and over again. She does not hold on to hope that they will suddenly become the person she wishes they were. No, my love, she simply walks away. And oh, how powerful that is. How freeing it is to finally understand that not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone deserves to know your secret, to witness your victories, to be part of your journey. Some people were never meant to go where you are going, and that is okay. A smart woman knows that her energy is sacred, her time is precious, and she cannot afford to waste it on people who do not truly see her worth. But this, my love, is the hardest part. Sometimes the people we need to protect our energy from are the ones we love the most. Sometimes it is the family member who constantly criticizes, the friend who only calls when they need something, the partner who takes more than they give. And this is where a smart woman must make the most difficult decision of all, to choose herself even when it hurts. Because here is the truth. Your energy is your responsibility. You cannot wait for people to suddenly appreciate you. You cannot hope that one day they will see your value and start treating you differently. You cannot keep pouring into empty cups, hoping that one day they will be full enough to pour back into you. No, my dear, you must decide for yourself that you are worth protecting. A smart woman chooses her circle wisely. She surrounds herself with people who uplift her, who inspire her, who challenge her to be better. She knows that the people she spends time with will either add to her life or drain it. And so she chooses carefully, intentionally, unapologetically. And oh, my dear, once you learn to protect your energy, once you stop allowing people to take advantage of your kindness, once you learn to walk away from those who drain you, You will feel something you may not have felt in a long time. Peace. Because, my love, peace is not something you find. It is something you create. It is something you choose. And a smart woman, she chooses her peace over everything. If a smart woman invests in herself, she knows she is her greatest asset. My dear, let me tell you something that will change your life if you truly understand it. You are your greatest investment, not a relationship, not a job, not how others perceive you, not the approval of the world. A smart woman knows this, and because she knows this, she does not wait for someone else to build her up, to give her opportunities on a silver platter. No, my love. She takes responsibility for her own growth, her own success, her own joy. From the moment we are born, we are taught to pour into others. We are raised to be nurturers, to give, to support, to sacrifice. And while there is beauty in loving others, a smart woman knows that she cannot pour from an empty cup. She cannot give her best to the world if she has nothing left for herself. She cannot be the strong, radiant, unstoppable force she is meant to be if she has abandoned her own dreams, her own needs, her own well-being. So what does she do? She invests in herself, fully, unapologetically, fearlessly. She invests in her mind. Oh, my love, a smart woman never stops learning. She reads, she studies, she asks questions. She expands her knowledge. She knows that intelligence is not about what she was born with. It is about what she chooses to cultivate. She does not wait for the world to teach her. She seeks knowledge herself. She educates herself on finances so she is never dependent on anyone. She learns new skills so she can always adapt and grow. She embraces wisdom because she knows that a woman with knowledge is a woman with power. She invests in her body, not for the approval of others, not for shallow validation, but because she understands that her health is her foundation. A smart woman does not neglect herself. She moves her body, she eats foods that nourish her, she prioritizes her well being. She does not destroy herself trying to fit into society's unrealistic beauty standards, but she does take care of herself because she deserves to feel strong, energized, and alive. She invests in her spirit. A smart woman knows that there is more to life than external success. She takes time to nurture her soul, to find what brings her peace, to develop a sense of self that is unshakable. She does not chase happiness in material things or fleeting validation. She builds happiness within herself. She meditates, she prays, she reflects. She connects with something greater than herself because she knows that a woman who is spiritually grounded is a woman who cannot be broken. She invests in her dreams. Oh, my dear, a smart woman does not put her dreams on hold for anyone. She does not let fear stop her. She does not listen to the voices that tell her she is not capable, not worthy, not strong enough. She understands that every great achievement starts with a decision to believe in herself, to take action, to refuse to settle for less than what she knows she deserves. She does not wait for permission. She does not wait for the right time. She does not wait for the world to tell her she is ready. She moves, she builds, she creates. She makes things happen. And oh, my love, she invests in her peace. She does not waste time on people who drain her. She does not engage in unnecessary drama. She does not allow toxic relationships, negative energy, or other people's chaos to disrupt her inner balance. So, smart woman protects her peace fiercely because she knows that her energy is her greatest currency. But let me tell you something, my dear. Investing in yourself is not always easy. It requires discipline. It requires sacrifice. It requires a willingness to walk away from what no longer serves you, even when it is familiar and comfortable. It requires standing alone at times, trusting that the path you're creating for yourself is leading you somewhere greater. And oh, the world may not always understand you. People may call you selfish. They may not support your journey. They may question why you are so determined to grow. But a smart woman knows she does not need validation from anyone to invest in herself. She does not wait for someone to choose her. She chooses herself. She does not wait for someone to give her a seat at the table. She builds her own table. She does not wait for life to hand her opportunities. She creates them. She does not look outside of herself for happiness. She finds it within. And my love, when a woman truly commits to investing in herself, she becomes unstoppable. She becomes a force so powerful that nothing and no one can take away what she has built within herself. She no longer fears losing people because she knows that the right people will stay. She no longer settles for less because she knows her worth. She no longer seeks external validation because she is already full within. So, my dear, I ask you, how are you investing in yourself? Are you waiting for life to give you what you deserve? Or are you taking control of your own journey? Are you pouring into yourself as much as you pour into others? Are you prioritizing your growth, your peace, your happiness? Because a smart woman knows she is her greatest asset and she will never stop investing in herself. A smart woman does not wait for life to hand her what she deserves. She creates it. She speaks with intention, protects her energy, chooses her circle wisely, and never stops investing in herself. She knows that her power lies not in how the world sees her, but in how she sees herself. She does not beg for respect. She commands it. She does not settle for less. She demands more. She does not fear walking alone because she walks with purpose. And my dear, when a woman truly steps into her power, when she fully embraces her worth, when she commits to becoming the strongest, most unstoppable version of herself, there is nothing in this world that can hold her back.